Hi guys, it's the Teen Tita. We are back with another finance grade 10 and grade 11 video, and this one is for example. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want you guys to be able to know how to insert certain values in your formula, because you can know and master the formula but you don't know how to actually use it. So that's what I don't want. I actually want you guys to be able to apply what I actually teach you to the formula. Okay, so if you haven't watched my first video, which is for introduction to finance, make sure you watch that part first because you move before you move to this part. Okay, so this example states that Label invests 5,000 for 6 years. Find the accumulated value of her investment after 6 years if the investment she receives is number one, 12% per annum simple interest. So let's start with that. Okay, so we're going to underline important words first, and then I'm going to show you guys how to actually insert certain values in your formula. Okay, so Label invests 5,000. So she invests 5,000 for 6 years, and then find the accumulated value of her investment after 6 years if the investment she receives is 12%. Okay, 12% per annum simple interest. Okay, so this is our solution. Okay, so I'm going to start with number one. So it says that Label invest 5,000. Okay, so that means that Label had that 5,000 at that specific moment and she took it to the bank. So that means that the 5,000 is the present value, is the amount of money she had at that specific time. Are we good? So that means that our 5,000 is the P, is the present value. But firstly, let's determine which formula are we going to use. Are we going to use the simple interest formula, or are we going to use the compound interest formula? We're going to use the simple interest formula because they have specified that it is simple interest. Okay, so that means that A is equals to P, open bracket, 1 plus I n, close bracket. Remember, a simple interest formula is so simple that it doesn't even have an exponent. Okay, and now as I've said, your 5,000 is going to be your present amount. Let's take for example, you have 500 rands now, and then you decide to invest it. Okay, so you go to the bank, and then the investment, let's say, lasts for 6 years. Okay, so that's what actually is being portrayed here. You need to take each and every scenario into real life. In that way, you're going to be able to master it really quickly. So you have your 5,000 now, and then you want to invest it. So that means that your 5,000 is the amount of money that you have at the moment. It's your present value. So that means that my P is going to be 5,000. And then I'm going to open my bracket. 1, I'm going to just write it or bring it down, plus, and then now my interest rate. What is my interest rate? That is 12%. So it's either you're going to write it as 12 over 100 or 12%, or you firstly work this one out, which is equals to 0.12. So I love working it out, but you can do it in any way. Okay, so you're just going to go through your calculator and say 12 over 100. Don't just write 12, please. Don't just write 12, okay? Make sure you firstly use your calculator, or you can write it as 12%. Don't forget the percent, okay? Okay, let's do it. So I just have my calculator, and I'm just gonna say 12 divided by 100, and my answer is 0.12, and then I'm gonna multiply it by the number of years, which is 6 years. So I'm gonna multiply it by 6. And then after that, I'm going to use my calculator. Guys, the problem with finance is the zeros. It's the zeros. So please make sure that you do it at least twice to make sure that you get the correct answer. Okay, so my answer is 8,600. So that means that after 6 years, Lebu had 8,600, which is, whew, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. So now moving to the second one, number 2. Okay, so it's the same scenario, but they said compound interest. So if they say compound interest, which formula am I going to use? The one with the exponent. So which one is it? I'm waiting for you. Which one is it? Yes, it's a compound interest formula. So that means that you're going to say A, it's equals to P, open bracket, 1 plus I exponent N. So a Level invest 5,000. Level had 5,000 in that specific moment. So that means that 5,000 is her present value. So it's the same thing. So it's equals to 5,000, open bracket, 1 plus, and then my interest rate, remember interest rate has to be in it's either you write it like this, or you write it like this, or you write it like this. It really doesn't matter because the same thing. Okay, and then let me just write it 0.12 open bracket, and the number of years is 6 years. Then I'm going to use my calculator. Remember to check your answer twice. Okay, so that means that the amount that she had after 6 years is 9,869,11. Guys, I prefer compound interest. I hope you're able to understand why I prefer it. Because the amount of money, it's more than of simple interest. Wow. So I hope you guys have understood this. If you haven't, just comment down below. I'll make sure to make another examples for further understanding. So for now, all I can say is bye and peace.